Operating from the gun, Boyle. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Lucky 56. Tighten up. All right, now, lucky 56. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the gun, Boyle going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
21.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Some strong running at the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And the kick by Butker is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Set, blue.
Looking to throw on second down. Boyle. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tie it right. Gun!
Operating from the gun. Boyle. Looking left side, and it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Safety creek. Mike 56.
Now they try the right side here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on second down. Boyle. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now a play fake here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Watch the twist. Check 31.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Boyle. And this one is incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Garoppolo rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Garoppolo to throw on second down. A dump down to McKinnon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This is Breida. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check 15. Check 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Operating from the gun. Boyle. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And it's fielded at the 34. Fighting his way through contact. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play action. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 1st down. Boyle. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Looking to throw. Boyle. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Boyle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Boyle. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Check, 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 check!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking to throw on second down. Boyle. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Boyle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Wait.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Garoppolo now. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. On
1st and 10, Boyle flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Boyle. Allen's got it over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. Off the play fake. Boyle. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Off play action. Boyle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Boyle. And this is complete. It's Allen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Garoppolo on first down. When he finds his target, it's Marquise Goodwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They run with Breida. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping. Shift. Watch the shift. Check.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Stop your whining. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Boyle, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Operating from the gun. Boyle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll begin the drive with Breda. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I'm gonna hit you all day, baby.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And Butker able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, Now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Vikings on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Niners, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.